starting? Me?
You.
Okay. Hi, I'm Annie.
I'm Anna.
And I'm also Annie.
And we're in a Perspectives of Anthropology class, and for our final project, our whole class kind of wanted to talk about technology and how that kind of defines our generation in a way.
So we looked mostly at how social media defines relationships, specifically how you can kind of stalk somebody and get to know them via social media without ever interacting with them in real life, and sort of how that impacts the way that we become friends with somebody or more than friends or whatever the case may be.
So the way we went about this was by having two people who had never met, Tommy and Kit, stalk each other on Facebook. We gave them full reign of each other's Facebooks to look at photos, statuses, and kind of figure out, make some assumptions, some conclusions about what that other person was like.
Great. Hi, Tommy.
Hey, what's up?
I mean, just like, how do you portray yourself on social media?
What do you mean?
How liberal is this professor?
Nice. Like, I don't know. Like weird. Probably very weird.
Social media says about me. I mean, right now, probably that it's all going out pictures. Probably get a little too drunk.
Obviously, you try to filter out things like if you look bad in it. Like if you think that if someone looked at it, they would be like, well, she's crazy, or like she's an alcoholic. Like you wouldn't want that. Like that's clearly a problem.
I try to come off as like light and like funny. No, I usually don't post anything too dark or political or that kind of stuff.
If your employer or your parents saw your social media,
I block them. Everyone that I don't want to see like pictures of me going out, I have them blocked from anything I'm tagging. I block a certain list of people, and having that, I'm pretty liberal with like what I accept to be tagged in.
I haven't really thought about it. It's like, oh, if I'm looking for a job, like they're gonna look at this.
yeah.
Oh, actually, be fun.
Okay, she looks like she's relatively popular. Oh, I do know her. I think I know her. Wait, how do I know her? Actually, is she gonna see this?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say I've actually not stalked her, but I've seen this picture before. Anyway, okay, so I would say, I mean, she has like almost 200 likes on her first. I would look for personality. So let's see. I'll look for personality now. See if she has any captions that I can tell that from, or just pictures. Like whether it's like edited or like, let's see. Okay.
Is edited a good thing or a bad thing?
For me personally, I like girls that like don't edit, like I like more like not caring as much. So she doesn't seem to edit. That's like a nice picture.
Yeah, you keep coming back to that one, Tommy.
She seems pretty casual, nice.
Alright. Like it seems like a family guy.
Be cute.
Am I supposed to answer that? I mean, yeah, I would think so. Profile pictures are what you're trying to display to everyone.
Okay.
And your tag pictures are what you actually are.
He's trying to portray.
Yeah, so he seems like goes out, I think this is Feeve. Tries to display himself as a fun guy. Like kind of I don't know, like he's weird. Like he tries to make it like, oh, like I'm not like your typical just like I don't know. Not good looking guy, but like
His personality too.
yeah, like his personality too. But like there's a goat. What does that mean?
We're gonna make you meet and hang out.
No.
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 Hey, what's
Okay,
up?
I'm Kit.
Nice to meet you, Tommy. All right, what were like the general impressions of my my Facebook page?
Seemed normal.
Okay. Normal. I feel like normal wouldn't be the first one.
Well, I was gonna say something about Notre Dame in general, but I feel like that's like a.
What?
I feel like that's like I can't like say that about Notre Dame. Like there's like a.
You can say
a group
whatever
of
you
people,
want.
Yeah,
you know, like
this
not
professor's
all of
super
Notre Dame
liberal.
goes out that much, you know. So you seem like someone who like goes out often.
So Tommy, what did you think of Kit's Facebook?
Normal. I don't know, like a typical Notre Dame girl, pretty much.
Really, I think she's prettier than most.
Prettier than most, but normal, prettier, more normal, smarter. It's like viewing them from Facebook is like
as if you've known each other for a long time, just because like you're much blunter on Facebook, and like when you first meet someone you're probably more like reserved, and like your true personality doesn't really come out.
I agree with that. I would definitely say that like the way I would act like on Facebook, like in pictures my friends taking me, is not something I would just like meet someone and be like, hey, what's up?
And now you guys are dating, right? I'm sorry. No, Anna's really going rogue right now.
I think one of the main things that struck us after having done this kind of experiment was that Facebook can be used for two very different purposes. It kind of has this dual nature of hiding your real identity, in that you can structure your Facebook and put up only the pictures you want people to see. You can look prettier, you can look funnier, you can, you know, look like these are the only things you're interested in, where that might not really reflect your identity. But it also gives people the chance to know you better, not having to go through the first stages of being polite and meeting someone and not really sharing your identity, whereas they can just jump right into your Facebook, look at your photos, and kind of get a view of who you are based on what you're posting, who's in your pictures, where you are, what you're doing, that kind of thing. So it has this, social media kind of has this dual nature of hiding the truth, but making the truth more visible, if that
More accessible, maybe?
Yeah.
To like,
Yeah,
to like
so
the general
basically you
population.
can meet someone before meeting them in a way. So in the instances that we had, they kind of knew a little bit more about each other before they met each other, and I think that might have made it easier and had more topics to talk about in conversation at first, so maybe that was a good thing. So that's our conclusion. I think that
That's our conclusion.
and we're concluded.
And social media.
Okay, social media and break.